This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good evening. Shall we start? I think all are there. So, in the previous session, we discussed about the user status and status profile. So, today let us look at the other two things, which is validation and substitution. Because it is almost both are look similar. So, we will just go through that. Okay. So, this is the SAP terms, which we call it as validation. Okay, anyway, don't confuse it, just have a look at it, and we will do it in the system directly, so you will be able to identify. Nearly all input values are validated by a program or against tables or master files, so it's a standard actually. Okay, so, almost everything is validated, programs are validated, but still some of them are not still not valid. Sometimes validation cannot be standardized. So you can use the validation program to create validation for a specific requirement. So in addition to the standard validation, you can add some kind of additional validations. So that's what validation will help you. The validation functions enables you to check values and range of values as they are being entered in the SAP system. There is both options are there, because in SAP there is a concept. Normally, what happened if you want to enter a range of values, either we create a custom table and do that one, or there is an option in SAP which is known as a set table concept is there. So it's like a custom table where you can maintain that value, then you can validate against that one. Validation rules are stored in the rule manager. So that is a system. A data is entered into the system. The integration manager validates the data against the validation rule that before it is actually posted. So that's what happens. So when we are preparing a validation, then that you are assigning to the project profile, then you say activate it automatically. So whenever it goes for the validation rule, so it will check, then it will see whether it is really required to validate or not, then proceed. Okay, so then there are 2-3 steps are there when you are creating a validation. One is prerequisite statement. So we have to prepare a prerequisite statement, determine whether the entered value should be checked. If the prerequisite statement is false, then the value is valid and the transaction continues. But if it is true, then it starts checking it. Then the check statement. The check statement determines whether entered values are valid. If the check statement is true, then the valid and the transaction continues. If the check statement is false, the system displays a message. You define prerequisite and check statement using Boolean logic. So there is a logic we are writing it. So this type of logic, the statement, they call it as a Boolean logic. You can define simple statements or create complex statement using rules, user exits, and sets as part of the Boolean statement. So here also there is an exit available if you want to add it extra rules. So what we are talking about is, I will show you in the picture. See, for example, here, validation. So first we will put a prerequisite. If the prerequisite is true, then it goes to the check. If it is false, then that is exit. I mean, it will not check. So once the prerequisite is checked, then it will check whether the reaction. What is the reaction? Either it can be warning or error or information message you can put it. So here, if it is if the check is passed, then it will exit. So that's what in the previous Here they are mentioning it here. The check statement determines whether entered values are valid. If the check statement is true, then the value is valid and the transaction continues. If the check statement is false, a system displays a message. You define prerequisite and check. But in a prerequisite is other way around. If it is false, then it won't check. If it is true, then it will check. Okay. For example, my project profile is say Z0001. Then if my project profile is Z001, then I want to check whether my company code is 1000. Suppose that is a validation I'm going to put. So what happened? Because as you know, the project profiles are created at the client level. So if you want to restrict to the company code level and all, these are the one of the way which you need to use it. So what we will see, we want to use it that way. So what I will do then, if system checks, first prerequisite will check whether project profile is Z0001. Then if it is true, then only it will pass us to the next check statement. Prerequisite should be true. If prerequisite is false, then check statement will not happen. Then similarly, when it comes to the check statement should be true, then it passes. If check statement is false, then it gives the error or warning, whatever you want. So that is how it works. Same thing for substitution as well. Substitution rules are stored in rule manager. When data is entered in the system, it's substituted by the integration manager. Same thing. For example, here also there is a prerequisite. Okay. So both our behavior is similar, but what is the difference is one is validating between the fields. Okay. Another one is it is replacing a value. Substitution means it is replacing a value based on a condition. Validation means it is checking a value based on a condition. So that is what the difference between validation and substitution. So this is just a pictorial representation. It will check whether it is false or true, then perform substitution like that. Same thing as I said, validation prerequisite. If it is false, then it exit. It won't check. If it is true, then it go to the check statement. Then if it is true, it is exit. If false, it gives reaction. Then in substitution, if prerequisite is false, then no replacement. If prerequisite is true, then it replaces the value. So that's what we need to check it. We will look into the system. Okay, it's clear or any doubt?
Abdul, if you false, then system is showing any message. This is substitution is false, like it's showing any message.
Substitution message, I think no.
So how we know that is false or true? Then go to the next level.
No, substitution is not for substitution is not for message. It will be just to replace it based on that. Based on the condition.
Not replace it, then.
If you did not replace it, you will get it. If it is not replaced, then you have to, because that is a trust you have to put it on the system. If it is not replaced as a support consultant, you have to do what is the issue. That's it.
Okay, sure.
Because validation, yes, we will get a message.
So any system status will update, Abdul? No.
Sorry, no. Abdul, if it is not substituted, I mean that if you are using the wrong substitution, I mean that the wrong value it is substituted, then it will prompt a message, right, for substitution as well.
No. It is not that a wrong value. It is just one field value. It will replace to the another field value. Or you are putting a fixed value. You are giving it into the substitution. So it's not that the system is randomly picking it. It is during the substitution creation, you are specifying what need to be substituted. So there is no question of wrong value substituting. Only the issue may comes in case due to any data inconsistency or server issue, maybe substitution may not work. So that is very, very rare case. Otherwise, there won't be any issue because it's a part of a program which is just, we are just adding that functionality. So this wrong value replacement will not be there actually. That won't come. So let me just go into the system. Let's say here, CK20M.
If the value doesn't exist, it will prompt the message. Then recently we had a user
No,
exit for substitution rule. There was a
Okay.
table in the table, custom table, and there was a company code not mentioned, added in that table. So
No, that you are talking about exit actually.
yeah,
This one is
exactly.
a
Substitution in the
standard function.
substitution also standard function.
It is a standard functionality. In the standard functionality for substitution, SAP has not given an option to put a message. So
Yeah.
so we cannot bring it. In validation, yes, they have given option to stop it. Put a message and either to bring it or stop it. So for example, here, this is what we are talking about. This, for example, if I remove this 10, okay, then if I try to save, you can find a message. Please choose the correct person responsible. Okay. So what I will do, I will put, I will when I go here, then I will choose, say 1. Then if I save, it's again defining, you have to choose the correct one. So it is working based on a rule which I have put it for a validation. It is just validating and giving the message. So the choose correct one means only within the range. Actually, I have given a range, so it has to be selected from that range on. So that is the reason. So if I put 10 or 11, it will accept it. So this is done based on a validation. So I will show you what is that validation is there in the system. Okay. For example, let it be here. Go to another system. Basically, this will be a lot of applicable when if you are using the project without a mask, coding mask. Because without coding mask, then you can say this number should be from here to here. This is to be like that. So many things you can specify there. With the mask, it's not required and it won't allow also. It won't work also. So here, structures, variety structures, work breakdown structure. Then we are going for maintain validation substitute. These are the two things. So first, let us look the validation. So validations will be here. Okay. So this is PS specific only will come. So there are GGB0 transactions is there that will bring all the validation. Across the different modules. So here, what we need to, let's check what is the validation which is working based on our profile. For example, that profile, the training profile, if you look at the validation, you can see a validation Z train 1. I have assigned to project definition. Then I put the tick automatic validation. Okay, so if I put automatic validation, it calls during the event save. If I don't put the automatic, then I have to go here somewhere here, edit. Here I have to say validate substitute like that manually. Then only it will do. Okay. So to avoid that one, that is the purpose. We are putting this automatic validation, automatic substitution. So once you say automatic, then system will trigger that event during the save.
Sorry, Abdul, can I disturb for a while? See, if he doesn't put here automatic, let's say in the project definition, for the relevant project, if we choose that the validation and substitution, then only it will work for that respective project, right?
Yes. Because you need to call that validation. So that validation will not be called if you don't put this automatically. It will not be called. So
I mean that manually, if we choose there, it will applicable only for that project.
Yes. But anyway, that is no use, right? So here, let's look into the validation. So let's go this. project definition. This is the one Z train one. So here there is two validations are there. One is profit center. So what it says, for example, if project profile is this is the prerequisite. Then what I need to check whether the profit center is 1000. If it is true, it will pass. If it is wrong, I am putting an error message saying that please choose the correct profit center. So this is the second one. Okay. So what I will do, I will delete. Let us delete this. Then we will create it again. Show you what we are talking about. Okay. Let me just save it. So here now, if I go and remove this, maybe configuration changes will not affect. I will open it again. So I will remove this, then save it. See, now it is not validated. So now what is our requirement is, for example, if the project profile is this, the one which we are talking about, anything you can validate, okay, no problem. If project profile is this, what I want to say is, I need a person responsible to be chosen, but not everybody. A specific list, maybe 10, 11, 12 or something like that. 2, 3 people only is allowed. So what we will do here, so here this step is okay, so I will create it. So what I will do, I will
Say
put
for that project profile, 2 persons, can we add that up? Responsible, only 1 person.
only one person can have it. But for example, you have 100 people and they are working on different projects. Everybody will be there in that list, right?
Yeah.
So you should allow only people who is relevant for that. And that is again a client level table. So different plan, different company code will be seeing that. So that you can restrict it. Then second thing is, for example, I will say here, this is for person responsible. This is an example, okay? But a person responsible not necessarily to go for validation because you have an authorization object. There itself you can control it. If you don't give the authorization, then it will not be able to. You will not be able to maintain it. But it's an example. I'm just taking it. So what I need to go, I will go to the prerequisite. The prerequisite I need to put it here. So here what I'm saying is whatever the coming here, there is project definition. So this is the structure field it is showing. So field name will show. If you want the technical name, then I can go to here, settings, technical names. So it will show that field also. So what I'm going to do is PROFL. So I can just search PROFL. So project profile. So this is what I want. Project profile is equal to, okay, this is what I'm saying. If project profile is equal to, I will put a constant value. What is my value? My value is this. We'll choose this. Project profile is equal to this. Then what I need to see, I want to check. I want to check what the person responsible. So I will just double click here. So person responsible. So I don't know the field name. So I will just type person. Then enter it. What happened? Maybe this. Number of person responsible. Number again, no. Yeah, project number, then person responsible number. Yeah, it is PERS only. Okay, that's it. Person responsible number. So this field is PROJ Werner, VERNR. So what I want to check, project Werner If I say equal to, then I will be able to put only a single value. Okay. But I want to check a range of value, whether it is available in that range or not. Okay. So for that purpose, they have given, you can say in. Then in, and there is a concept called set directory. So what is set directory is, there is a transaction called GS01, GS02 like that. This is called a set table. So you can here, you can create set table. So for example, I will show you the one which I have created, GS02, it is change set. It is like a Z table. Instead of creating a Z table, you can use this set functionality, standard available. Okay. So you can put the range here. So what I need to specify, which value I am going to maintain it here. So I will specify, I am going to maintain the value from this table and this field. So this is the person responsible configuration table, and this is the field, the number. So I can put the number here. So whatever the number available here, this is only system will allow. So instead of creating a Z table, you should not go for a Z table for each and everything. You might have doing these things for so many validations like this. So no need to do that. What you can do, you can create a set table, then you can use that set table. Okay, so
Abdul,
set table,
sorry to interrupt. In what scenario we can use the set or a Z table for this kind of?
and if you have multiple validation, multiple fields is required, then you go for a Z table.
Okay.
If it is single value, then don't go for it. You can easily do with this, achieve this one. For example, you have a one key field, and you have multiple other values you want to maintain, and you are going to do a replacement or a check based on a range of multiple fields, multiple combination. Then yes, here there is a limitation, because here only one field can be maintained. So in that case, yes, you need to go for Z table. Z table,
Abdul,
and you can check validation. Yeah.
Abdul, for that, right now we have selected one project profile. If I want to select a multiple project profile, in this case, I have to go for this, or I can directly give there itself.
Now, project profile, again, it is a prerequisite. Let me just complete this. Okay.
Okay.
I will show you that how to do multiple set ID. So I will select the set ID. So I can put this PE or SN star. So it will bring person responsible for project. This is the name I put, the set ID. So I will put it here. For example, in the prerequisite, if you want to add multiple, then you have to put this profile and then put other profile. So it will work for multiple profile.
Okay.
Okay.
If
So
you
this is
up to this is a range, na? If you want randomly only 3 project or 2 project, that what is the formula?
no, I did not understand.
No, if you randomly, I have the 10 profile. I want to control only 3. So how can I maintain it here?
Yeah,
So,
you put it and 3 and you put
and.
Yeah.
Okay. For range
This is
also, if you want to 10,
and or you can say or and means both will consider, or you can say or either this or the other one. We can put that or value. Same like we put it in the symbol. Just symbol, so small kind of programming, which is actually they are given to the consultants can do it. No need of without any ABAP coding.
Okay.
Okay. Then this one is here. So I put it in here. Then what is the message I want to put? So here message type I can choose. Okay. What kind of message? It's error, warning, information, cancel, like it. So what I will do, error I use. Then a message number. So there is a message class here. So this is normally one time only assignment. So whoever creates the first validation, they have to assign this class. Okay, message class that normally ABAP create that class. There is a on this one ABAP object. So or we can also create it, but normally ABAP create and keep it. For example, for each module, normally they create one class and keep it for message. If it is a PS, it will be ZPS, for PM, ZPM, like that, So whatever is available in the system, I choose here. So you have to choose it, that class, then the number. We need to add that message numbers, because you know that, right? Because there is a message class SE91, right? SE91 is a transaction where you can put the message class. For example, if I put ZPM, then I display, it will show all the messages here. See? And if you want to add, you can add again the, you can go for new entry, then add the number, next message number, then you can put the description. If you have double click, and you can put additional details if it's required, like that. Okay, so here, this is the text set table. Then here I have to choose what is the message I want to do. So if the correct message is not there, so this text you can maintain the way how the user will understand it. Okay, this I just choose it like that. Please choose correct person. Like whatever is there, you can choose it, then save it. So once you save it, what happens? So you can see that earlier it was allowing to save. Now I will open it again. Now if I make some change and save, it brings that error. Please choose the correct. So correct means if I choose any other than 10 or 11, then it will give error. For example, if I choose 15 and save, still give the error because it is not there in that set table. So either I have to choose 11 or no. So for example, if this is a case, what I need 15 also. So one option is I will go to the set and I can add as 15 as well here. Then I save it. So now what happened? System will allow. But the configuration changes, you need to come out and type again. Then only it will affect. So let's say dot. Then if I'm saving, it brings it. So now if I choose 15, it passes because it is there in that range. So here, this is what we are talking about, the validation. So in this validation, where is it? Yeah, here. So first thing is, first we have to create a validation. So you will get it like this. This is a validation. You have to put a name. Then you can add whatever the steps you want it. Okay. So why we have one only? Because if you look at the project profile, on the profile you can assign only one validation, right? For that purpose. Where is that? Yeah. So if you look at the profile, you can assign only one validation. So if you want so many steps, so many validation need to be incorporated, then you have to see, for example, here you can assign only one for project definition, one for WBS element. Then we have substitution, one for project definition, one for WBS element, substitution. Similarly, in the network profile, you have for network as well.
Abdul, right now we have control property center and person responsible, right? We can do many fields also, right? In that one validation.
Yes. You have to add steps, extra steps. You add again
Okay,
steps.
that steps, how many
4.
steps we can add maximum? That steps, step 1, step 2, we can
Maybe,
go.
I think there is no limit. I think you can add as much
Okay.
as you want. Yeah. I don't know whether the limit is there or not, but I have not seen that. Normally, how many will come? 5, 6 only will come.
Actually, in FI, about 100, 200 will add it in one validation.
Yeah. So I don't think any limitation is there. Because these finance people, they use a lot because they use very few what you call this ABAP coding. Because here, if you look at GGB0, I think that is the transaction code.
GGB0 and GGB1 for substitution.
Yeah, GGB1 for substitution. So if you go to GGB0, you can see so many objects are there. Project system also there. So what we are accessing from there, it is showing only this folder. When you access through that path, it will show only this folder. But if you look at here, finance, they have accrual, asset, cost, consolidation, financial accounting, funds management, public sector funds, special purpose ledger, joint venture. financing, so real estate, warranty, so everything, so many is there. So many areas are there, so they can create this. For example, in asset, master data, posting, you can do cost, line item level,
So
internal
for
posting.
plant maintenance, is there anything like this? Plant maintenance? Nothing is there.
Plant maintenance is not there. Warranty comes, no, I think it's a different one. Right? No, plant maintenance is not there. So plant maintenance, that is the reason normally you have to go for that exit.
Okay.
So this is the advantage of being a PS as a part of, it's a half CO, right? It has some part is look into the finance part, costing part. So that is why these options are there. So this is actually is very good because you don't need a lot of ABAP support for this. Any kind of validation you can maintain it. So now let us look to the substitution. So here one more thing is there. I don't know whether I have not done it. If the ABAPer can do that, for example, in GGB0, if your plant maintenance object they can bring it here, then it works. So maybe.
But I think again, it's a customized kind of things.
Yeah, customization. You have to customize and bring that plant maintenance here. Then you will be able to add all those things. But I don't know how to do, whether it is doable or not. That is a different thing. But that is how, because this application area, they are adding it somewhere. So that is how it is. So this application area is, for example, this is PS. So like that, there's a PM is there. So if they are able to add that application area, then surely you will be able to control it. So it's actually, I think in new they have some other kind of concept is there. In DinPro and all, they have different concept is there. So this was an ECC concept. So in DinPro and then for Fiori and all, they have another concept. They brought it extra. So similar fashion in that MDG and all, they works based on that.
Okay.
They call it some kind of rules or something like that they call it. I forgot the name, but there was a rule is there. Normally it is there in MDG. So now let us look into the substitution. So substitution is, yeah.
Hello, Abdul, can you open maintain? There is a rule, something, it's below that step 2. There is one rule button, something I have seen.
Okay, exit. Okay. Sorry. I did not tell that. Okay. No, this is a rule. Just you have to. These are the rules actually. Steps rule. I don't know what is this rule is there. No. What is this? Create rule. Rule definition. Rule name. Content of rule. Authorizations. Let's try. What is it?
Actually, seldomly use that. Very rarely use that function.
So this is some additional rule. I think you have to add it. So here you have to go to extras, expert, or rule definition. Yeah, okay. You can add the rule definition here. Additional rule. Action, maintain validation. What? I don't know. I never used it. What is rule? If anybody FI guys are there in our team, maybe they will be knowing this.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Normally what we use is the validation we create and the steps we maintain. Maybe something I will also find out. I don't know, because this is basically this finance guys uses a lot. Rule definition you have to seeing. So what will be the extra? It is rule is same thing. You can define the rule here. See, for example, this PROJ DIP profile is equal to this. It's the same thing. It's coming. So, but what is the behavior? I don't know. So, it is not even showing a save option, right? It's not showing any save option. I don't know what is the use. because if it at least it should give a save option here, then only you will be able to create it. Maybe here save option comes, maybe here. Maybe additional row. Let us try. So control DIP profile. Is there no DIP profile, right? Okay, then here let's say control assignment. Okay, so let's try saving something. What is the not showing anything? No idea. So I don't know. Maybe I will check it and I'll come back to it.
Yeah, no issue.
Okay, so let us check it into the next one, which is substitution. So here the substitution also similar way. For example, let us see what is the substitution we maintain from this profile. Create project profile. Substitution for WBS element, I have one, Z train one, same thing. So let's go back to that and see what is that. Maintain substitution. So not for this WBS, Z train one, this is what there in our project profile. So there is two. One is that one is what I am saying. If my project profile is this, then if my project profile is this, then I am replacing or I am substituting the profit center from the project definition. Okay. So the project definition, from project definition, I am replacing it. That is one thing. Second thing, what is that second one? If my person responsible for prerequisite. Yeah, I think it's a company code, right? If company code is 1000, then what I am doing, person responsible, I am putting to 10 constant value. Okay. So let us try how does it look. For example, here, so in my project, company code is 100. So what I need, I'm going to replace it. It is as a 10 always. So for example, if I do year 15, then I will say, so if I open it here, you can see that it is again came back to 10 because it is just substituting the value based on, because it's already a fixed rule I given here. It has to be a constant value. Now let us delete this and create it in a different way. How do you want it?
The system is not showing error, that our system automatically replacing the rule.
Yes. There is no message option. Yeah,
Okay.
there is no message option.
Okay.
So if you look at here,
Atul, this and all we are
here we
changing changes, na? It,
sorry?
TR will be generate or how it will be?
Yeah, TR you can generate. For example, you would use it here, then here it is the substitution transport.
Okay.
So if you click,
Okay.
then it will be added to your transport. It
Okay,
generates
okay,
a workbench.
Yeah.
Or directly we can do in production also. without transport.
Yeah, but that is client is not modifiable, no?
Yeah,
Your production
I'm just
client will
asking
be not
because
modifiable.
it seems when we save, it's not automatically asking any TR. So
Yeah, that is it is not it will not accept, because once you are ready, you have to include it in the same, like how you are transporting roles and all.
okay.
Once you create role and all, then finally you do transport, right? It's similar pattern.
Abdul, even message class will be transported, or we need to maintain it manually in the production?
No, message class also. So if you see, for example, what happened when you transport it here, so whatever is object related to this, it will include it, like a set table, your message, everything will be included.
Okay.
So that is, it will be in the same TR, it will be added.
Okay.
Because even again, see, it is TR generation also is a system settings, right? It's a client setting. If you say don't generate TR, it will not generate TR. So it doesn't mean that because of TR it is, so some area they are not, auto TR is not given for them. So that's why it's not generating the TR. So let's make it. So this is the important thing with the substitution. Here, substitution will work only for the table, the fields which are available in this. You cannot, here again, you cannot do a substitution for something else. So there are fields already SAP has given, standard fields are there. Then these fields you can replace it. So each object, this is the WBS element, these are the fields you can replace it. Then if project definition, if you go like this, a list of fields, it will come, then that we will be able to replace it. So for example, if I want to replace the person responsible, so I can just see that person responsible, where is it? Where is that? Yeah, person responsible number, this is the one, earner. So I can choose that, then I will say yes. Now here there is 3 options available. One is constant value, which means I can specify it here. Okay, or I can choose an exit. So there is an option, there is a small exit available. From the exit, then you can bring it from somewhere else. Okay, then there is a field assignment. Field assignment means I can copy it from project definition. Okay, so here I will say if it is a constant value, then I will enter it. Then first what we need to say, this is person responsible. Prerequisite you have to give. What is the criteria you need to meet? So here I can either project or PRPS. Both the structures are available here. So I can see the criteria we can meet either based on your project some numbering or PRPS some numbering. So what was I was choosing? If the company code. So anything you can choose it. Okay. For example, if you want, even you can use the project profile also. There is no problem. ROFL. Project profile also you can choose. If project profile is equal to, you can specify that this one, this is the one which we are using. If project profile is equal to this, then what is the substitution? What is the constant value you want it? So I will say here, I want it something like 20 always. Then save it. So once it is there, then for example, if I go back, it is 10 now. So because of this profile, so anyway, I need to make some changes. So let's remove this dot, then save. So if I go look at here, I can see it is 20 now. Now, for example, if I want to copy it from, always I want to copy it from project definition, then my rule should be a little bit different, right? So if that is the case, then I will delete this. New step. So again here, person responsible, Werner, this is the one. I will say I want to copy a field assignment. I will choose it that way, field assignment. Okay, so then here the prerequisite. Again, I will put the project profile. That will be the easiest. Project profile. For example, if you want to this work for multiple project profile, then you can simply put in and put a set table. Okay, so it will bring, if anything is there in that set table, it will work. Or if you want to put a single one, you can put a single in constant. Then substitution. So which
Abdul,
field I'm going to?
And how it is working?
Which one?
In is multiple for the formula. For ant, what purpose? How many?
And means you have to have single add 1, 2, 3. So it is multiple condition to be met. And is for multiple condition.
Okay. In also multiple, na? In.
In means a list of values.
Okay. Okay. Ant means randomly we can give that 1, 5, 7 like.
Yes, like that.
Okay.
Now we have to copy it from which field? That is what I'm saying. So I have to copy it from PROJ VRNR, right? I have to copy it from that. So I will copy it, Werner, this one, project person. So this one I will copy it. So if this is the condition, what happened when the prerequisite meets, it brings the project from the Werner. So what happened here? You don't need to maintain all the WBS element, right? So now here it is. Here, even if I don't need to maintain here, then I will just save it. So now for the time being, now 20 will be replaced because that was the number. So now let us look at it. So here, yeah, it is replaced with 50. So now, for example, if I create a new WBS element, okay, then I will say just enter it. So I did not maintain anything, so I will just save it. So if you open this, you can see that automatically that will come. So this is the, so what we did in the, here we just restricted what we can choose. So here what we did, here we are just passing it from that. So this way, this is one example I'm given. So this way you can think whatever the field you want to validate it. But substitute, as you said, there is a limit. Whatever is coming in that list, that only you can play around. And another thing, sometimes sometimes there may be a requirement. I will say I want to replace it from the level 1 WBS element. Okay. For example, project type. Project type is not available in project definition, right? So if I want to copy the project type from here, then for those kind of substitution, what you have to do, you have to go for user exit, because that is not possible with this symbol directly rule. For that, you have to write a small coding saying that if this PRPS level is less than this, then you take the value from level PRPS level 1, like that. You have to put a small coding.
Yeah, Abdul, I have one question here. So for example, level 2, I have maintained some user fields. Okay. So when I'm creating level 3 and level 4, the same user fields will automatically copy and paste in level 3, right? In this situation.
Yeah, you can use that, but if WBS level wise means, then you need to use that exit as well. So here, for example, here you are using step. Let's say you want the user field. This user field you want it, but I want to copy from constant value. You can do it, no problem. Field assignment, it should come from project definition only possible, right? So you have to go for exit, this kind of things, from level 3 to level 4, like that, because you don't have any other coding available here.
Okay,
So
it's
maybe
a customize. We have to go to customize
so
part.
only thing is what you're saying, there is a rules here that I don't know whether it will work or not. That you need to check it. So normally what we normally do as exit. There is an exit comes. There is a standard exit for this, and you can use it. For example, if I do exit, I don't know
But
whether
when I'm doing using exit something, why I should go for substitution? I can do directly, right? In that case. So what other
no,
level
that
2 is
is
there? Just
this one you can use it for across different project profile, these things and all those things. This is a simple exit, not that complicated exit. What you are talking about, CNEX001.
okay. Okay.
So here, this one, something like that. Okay, is equal to something. Let me just try something. I will just let me go. Okay, then here there is an exit comes like this. Symbol exit comes. USR1, USR2 like that. Like this, U100, U300 like that. There will be exit will be there. So this will be easy to account of profitability segment, this like that, normally they give some.
It's all standard user exits. These are all standard exits.
Yeah, standard exits. So there it is, they can add it. For example, if you are using U100, then they can add two lines of codes for you, then it will work.
So how can I ensure that which exit is suitable for me in this case?
No, they will create. You can have another number created. U999. You can create another one.
It's a different from our normal exit to this exit.
Yes,
right?
It is belongs to this program ZZGGB and 800.
Okay.
Not that CNEX1, CNEX2, not that one. So that is what it creates. So that is how the validation substitution works. So you just try to use it. You have a sandbox system that's try to copy something and try to create the scenarios what you are looking for that. So normally it is very important actually. This I don't know whether you guys are worked in implementation where auditing is there. So this auditing guys always check whether you have this kind of validation in place or not. For example, if I am choosing a project type, it should be only for specific to that. Because for example, project type and all CP, I can default it from profile, but here I can go and change it anything else, right? System will accept it. So these kind of things they will check whether you have put the proper validation or not. Otherwise, if you did not put properly, then it is a consulting issue. Then auditor will raise a concern. Then you will have a problem in the career. So validation is important. So especially people will come for auditing, they check this kind of things. So even if I say I configured a project profile, then I have defaulted my project type as CP. And what is the problem? But see here, I can change it here. So that's why they said there is option available, symbol validation. Why don't you put it? So this kind of query comes normal. So validation is
this
important.
kind of things we can grade out also, no? Not with that topic. I'm just basically while creating only.
Yes. So either you have to grade out or you have to put a validation. Like just given an example, but many like these things normally comes, and especially this one.
Right.
How you will control this project profile and company code?
Got it.
Yeah, like that things. So there are many things which is it comes under this. Because you don't need to say allowed, because anyway allowed will be already controlling area. If it is not assigned, it will not allow. System will not allow. That system validation is there. Only thing is for this profile is for this company code, something like that. If you are fixing, then you need to put a validation saying that nobody should go and change it, or you make it grayed out. So then there is no problem. Nobody is going to change it. So that's all from myself for today. So now in the next sessions we will look to network. So network, again, I will not go through this substitution, validation, and all those things, okay, because for user status and all those things, because which is already covered, it is same thing there as well. So network, we will talk about generic network, then we will talk about the functionalities, different functionalities, scheduling, this, that, and all those.
Abdul, I have a question. Last class user status. So
Yeah.
the scenario is basically I have maintained without number like purchase order, purchase requisition, invoice, payment, something in the without numbers. So when I'm
Okay.
doing some invoice, whether it is able to update for that WBS automatically with the checkbox. So some business transaction I'm doing
Invoice,
for that.
no, only option is that what you need to check is in the user status, is there a business transaction is coming, then that is, for example, let's say here, suppose. Then is there a business transaction called invoicing? That is what you have to see. If there is a business transaction called invoice, then if there is an option to set this function, this box is showing,
Yeah.
then it is possible to do that.
Okay.
Okay. For example, here
The
maintain settlement rule. This is you can maintain a settlement rule in the system. So whenever you are maintaining a settlement rule, if we want to set this status without a number, you can put here set. Then automatically during that business transaction, this will get set. So this is how it works. So what you need to do, look at first whether this business transaction is available or not in this for that particular object. If business transaction is available and whether it is option set is available or not. If these two things are there, then it is possible to do automatically.
Okay. Thanks.
Otherwise, it will not. Then otherwise, what you have to do, there is a set status one function module is there. You need to call it from your at save event, then it will set it for you. If it is
So we can
here
do it
available,
customized for them.
if it is available here, then it is the best standard. So you will not disturb much. Otherwise, you have to use that exit is there during save. Then during save, you can call that set status one function module is there. And there you can specify what status you need to save. But again, you have to specify if it is save from order this, if save from this one this. So there is, you have to a bit tricky. You have to say if it is multiple statuses are there. But if this is available, this is much better. So you can just go through that whether it is available or not. Then another one more thing is there. If it is not available, you can check it here as well. But again, take care. First, you try it in your sandbox. It will screw up. There is a transaction called BS32. So in BS32, you have to go and find the your business transaction. You have to go through this. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, you can say, I will show you. This is a business inform. There is or accept. There is a business transaction. This business transaction is not available in user status. So once you tick it here, it will come. When you tick it here, it will come in the user status there, where in the under the where I have shown you that.
Correct.
So if, for example, your business transaction is invoice, then down payment, for example, down payment, then you can add it. There is no status here. So you can say status, user status, then it will come there, then you can use it.
Okay.
But it is, you have to be careful. Don't do it directly in your golden client and all.
Yeah.
Try and use it.
It will show for all the user status, right? Not only for specific something. It will show for
No,
any
it will
kind
show
of
everywhere. Yeah, it will show everywhere. Yes, yes. That business transaction is applicable for user status. That will show everywhere.
Okay.
Okay, then see you in the next one.
Abdul,